Hi everyone. I just have a gripe today I'd like to talk to you all about. It's about the rights concerning people that are disabled. I've been disabled since 2006. Both of my knees are out from osteoarthritis due to a really bad car accident. Someone ran a light. I was in someone's car. And I have to use a walker now, and I have been since December of 2006. I bought a Nova Mighty Mack 4216 rollator walker, and the thing came unwelded within a year after I got it. Took it back up to Tuality Medical and Supply, and they replaced that one. And then again, a year to the day after that, the walker came unwelded in the same place, and they said, "Oh, you've joyrided this thing up and down Foster Road." I was working for a company called HBW Leads at a call center over at 79th and Foster here in Portland, where I live. They said, "Oh, you joyrided it up and down Foster because our walkers just don't come unwelded." And they just treated me really, really bad when I took it in there. The owner, I guess it was the head of the company, said, "Oh, no, this walker's been joyrided," and they had no proof or anything. So I ended up taking it to this man that welded it for me over here in Aloha. And then I had it only 2 months after that, and we took it to the fair in the car because we were going to go walk around and get some exercise at the fair in Salem. And the second that it was taken out of the car after we got back, both of the handles on the Mighty Mack walker, both of them buckled and came off. So I just wanted you guys to know out here in YouTube land that these Mighty Mack walkers, any walker from Nova, is just a piece of garbage. And I know that I'm not the only one, because I used to go across the street. The Fred Meyer, it's a grocery store here in Portland where I lived. It's directly across the street, and I was over there one day just sitting down getting my sacks organized, and then I was over there another time I had my pop bottles, getting those organized to get ready to cash in. I was sitting on the bench actually, and this gentleman said, "Oh yeah, I've got 4 Mighty Mack walkers, and every one of them came unwelded, and every one of them's got a problem with them," and that the company called the company Nova-Arthro. I guess they're in California. And he said that they wouldn't fix them. And what happened to me is when I called the company, they said that I had to come up with buying a $800 digital camera to be able to take pictures of proof. I said, "Look, I'm not technologically inclined." I said, "I don't know anything about technology. And second of all, I don't have $800 for a special digital camera to record this damage." You know, at the time, I didn't know anything about technology, and I've had to take a class and talk to a whole lot of people to be able to know, how technology works. And I didn't know anything about webcams. I had to take a class and had to talk to a lot of people to find out how they work and stuff. But I just wanted people to know out there that Nova-Arthro, I guess the customer service rep I talked to, his name was Christian. He had this horrible attitude, and he acted like that I was the one that broke my own walker. Basically said, "Oh yeah, you joyrided it up and down Foster." Didn't understand that I wasn't technologically inclined, that I knew nothing about technology. Most people don't. And he said, "If you're not willing to buy an $800 camera to record this damage, then there's nothing that we can do." So I just wanted people out there to know. See, Nova, they have here in Portland where I live, they have a monopoly. They have a monopoly on the system where you can't go with any other kind of walkers. A monopoly means that you have to buy their kind, and you buy them at a store. The store doesn't back them up, nor does Nova-Arthro back them up. And I did find one other place. It's called Harbor Tools, and they have their own brand of walkers sometimes, but it's very rare that they have them. But I just think it's terrible that here in Portland where I live, that there's a monopoly, that you have to buy Nova walkers. I mean, this particular brand of walker is $300, and I ended up taking the walker my brother has a car, driving me to the Hillsboro dump and dumping it in the landfill out there, because never in my life for a walker that was only a year old, that's the papers say, oh, it has a lifetime warranty, had I ever seen a walker so poorly made. It had come unwelded on the bottom left hand side, as well as both of the handles that you hold on to completely buckled. And the guy that welded it here in Aloha said, he goes, it's being made, these are being made out of a very, very cheap metal from China. Those were the words that he used. And I just think it's terrible that these companies, that all of these, because I called several different stores in the Portland area and talked to the heads of these stores, and a couple of them said they would never, ever, they don't even carry Nova products anymore because they're just so horrible. And I mean, these should be things that they honor, that the company honors the lifetime warranty. And I mean, I think that you say that you're going to honor a lifetime warranty, you honor it. You don't, Tuality Medical and Supply, you don't accuse people of joyriding a walker, knowing that they didn't do it. I mean, why would I want to joyride my own walker? That's crazy. All because you have a monopoly over the goddamn market here? You know, I can't go with anybody else. I mean, you've got a freaking monopoly. You know? It's terrible. And I know I'm not the only one, because I talked to that guy out in front of Fred Meyer on Foster for like half an hour. And he was telling me he's got at least 2 more, which means he's got 6, all have welding problems. And one of them even had a handle that was getting ready to break off. So I know that I'm not the only one that's going through this. You know, you just can't have a monopoly on the system. I'm sure now that I have this little webcam that I read about and learned about, that I probably could have taken pictures of my walker with this. I'm not exactly sure. I could have stuck it up here on the computer table and done it. But the thing is, if you have a broken walker, the company should honor it. I mean, that guy charged me $60 just to weld the thing, and I think that it ended up making it worse, because I don't think that both of the handles would have buckled. Nova Mighty Mack rollator walkers are pieces of garbage. They are crap. I want to tell you guys out there, I mean, it isn't my fault that I was in a car wreck. These companies all have this attitude that when you're disabled, that you've done it to yourself. After what I've been through, and after just talking to a lot of people on buses and things out in the community here in Portland, I never, ever, 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 ever will buy a Nova Mighty Mack 4214 or 4216 walker, color blue or color red. They are pieces of garbage. The company, Nova-Arthro in California, they will not back them up. And I just want to give a consumer warning to people out here to never, ever buy one, that it's better to get the ones at Harbor Tools. I mean, I didn't joyride the walker. I didn't take it up and down stairs. I didn't do anything unusual with it. I mean, these things are supposed to be made to take in and out of cars. I mean, to spend $300 on a walker and have the whole thing fall apart, and then the company not back it up when the papers say you have a lifetime warranty. Nova-Arthro, you are bastards. You suck!